Oh, which one did you do?
Doom.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go with
But
the
I took
chirps.
it high.
I thought you would have done the chirps from the birds, establishing the happy little village.
That would have been an intelligent move to make. It's it's a little early, but not that early.
It's not that. It's early for us over the weekend, which is fair. I have my coffee in hand. Today's gonna be different, folks. Today, for the Grand Line podcast, typically. We are a chapter-by-chapter re-examining, but we're not doing any chapter-by-chapter stuff today. We're doing some overviews. Actually, this is more like a vacation. What do they call vacation on a cruise ship? Jacob?
Oh, I think you stop in the port, and after doing all that hard work on your cruise ship, you get some shore leave.
Shore leave. That's what we're calling this. This is the first ever, and this is a fun change of pace. We got some fun stuff. We'll call this our shore leave episode. Shore leave episode number 1 here at, they call it Syrup Village on the wiki. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe we're taking a shore leave.
Yeah, because we're kind of, we're going over an arc, right?
Right, yeah. We're going to go over this arc. We're going to talk about the arc so far. Just kind of touch base with Jacob as the tourist on his tour, reflect a little bit about his vacation. Be his dream journal, per se, or his journal before, just a regular journal, I guess, not dream journal.
I keep a dream journal, but I also keep a regular journal, too. We can dive into that. When I read that particular chapter, did I have any strange dreams that night about stretching?
It'd be great if you did or not. I have to show you something off screen. Obviously, to all of our listeners, you guys are more than welcome to see this too. But I have a One Piece moleskin.
Oh, that is classy. That is cool. Because
really
it works
cool.
with moleskins. Have the black color, right? And then you just add the white to get what do we call those things again? It's like, it's not a sigil. It's like the insignia of the Luffy's pirate crew, right?
Oh yeah, the Jolly Roger.
The Jolly Roger of the Straw Hat Pirates. It's on the
just the
moleskin. It looks fantastic.
I was gonna show you the inside, but then I realized that's kind of a spoiler, so I'm not gonna show you the inside.
Oh, and I'm pretty sure you said it, but Grand Line podcast. We're the Grand Line Tourist, right? Is a official name of our podcast. In case you anyone out there, any new tourists hadn't heard that yet,
Right.
But how would they have found the podcast in the first place? I think what I just said was somewhat redundant, and with that. We should probably, get off this boat, take a relaxing stroll, see what's going on.
Chat about One Piece. I'm hoping, what's funny? If this was somebody's very first episode, I guess we do need to kind of break it down in that real quick way of that. We're talking about One Piece, the manga. We have tasked ourselves with walking very slowly through the through East Blue currently, and then through the Grand Line for the rest of this journey.
And then I think the other thing is that, we both have different positions among our, cruise ship. I happen to be the tourist going through One Piece for the very first time, and so this is why an arc review is going to be exceptionally useful for me.
Right.
And,
arcs.
Sitting across from me, we have my stalwart tour guide.
Yes.
Go ahead and let your name be known.
Yeah. You said your name was Jacob too? We already covered that?
I said my name.
Oh, all right.
Did it? I don't think we did it, did we?
I don't think we did. You're just you're just a non-labeled tourist on this tour.
Jacob the tourist and Eric the tour guide.
Eric the tour guide. There we go. We're in it. This is our first shore leave, man. This is vacation. That's why it feels a little flippy floppy, but we're in it now. I got
flippy floppy. I like it.
Yeah, flippy floppy. We're drinking our mimosas a little too early in the morning, in the AMs. Let's
next time
talk about.
We got to do that for Rio.
Oh, that might be kind of cute. Yeah, you and I. They sell champagne in like small little mimosa size, I assume.
Oh,
maybe like 8 ounces at a time. Like that's perfect for mimosa. I think
this shore leave could have been way better.
We should do that next time. They do mimosas on the East Blue. Right. It's probably fantastic.
Of course. Get some grog.
Yeah,
in the morning.
Exactly. Oh God, grog in the morning sounds.
Can you buy grog? Is grog a real alcoholic drink?
I'm sure you can. This is what shore leave is for. Shore leave is for these type of questions.
No, and this is actually this is important to the arc. At one point, they're talking about the supplies they need for their long journey. Luffy's like, I need some food. Zoro's more concerned about the grog himself. We gotta gotta get in there. And
can you buy grog? You buy grog. piratesgrog.com. Boutique
you know
rum.
what?
Is grog rum?
Okay. Maybe it's a slang term for a specific type of rum. We'll dig in. And
That
then
makes
we will
me
get
scared because if it's actually rum, then like Luffy and them are drinking a lot.
Oh yeah, no, I think it's high proof. I think that's the goal. High proof, high fun, fast.
This is really, I've kind of found a fun thing here. Wow.
You found out that Eiichiro Oda encourages young drinking.
Oh no, the bottles are kind of cool. I think, let's just say, when it comes to Christmas, I have an idea of what to get
cool,
Jacob.
Very cool.
Because they come in small little fun sizes. So, because I know you're not a big pirate drinker, but like the fun little.
Oh no, yeah, no, I like my drinks every now and then. You know, I like That's why I was thinking. You know, it's always fun to have an excuse to do it with somebody else, right?
Yeah.
And for me, because I'm not a big drinker, it hits me hard. So morning drinking, that's solid. I got the whole day to recover, right?
No, fun stuff. We'll have to do it. You know what? We'll have to learn about when we're learning how to play the One Piece card game. This is when we'll share a bottle of this black 8. Or this Pirate's Grog. It's literally called Pirate's Grog rum. Cool.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
First thing.
Alrighty, I think we've gotten a lot of the initial stepping off the boat onto our shore leave, to-do list tasks out of the way. Let's dive into the syrup arc, the arc of syrup, the syrup city.
I just kind of want to talk about arcs overall, actually. So we can start. Let's start with this Usopp arc because that's what I'm just gonna label it very easy. We'll start with this Usopp arc and then we'll kind of work backwards through it and kind of talk about how we feel, how the arcs are going so far, all that stuff. But because it's fresh on our minds, and by the time you're reading this short or listening to this short leave, we've just finished the Usopp arc. But yeah, Jacob, overall thoughts about Usopp and this thing that we just experienced, this whole arc, this almost 20-page arc, I think. The 20-chapter arc.
Yeah. 20. Yeah. I was impressed when I was kind of doing a little bit of review, a little bit of flip back through the arc, that it wasn't as long as it felt like when I was on the arc itself. Like when I was in it, when we were reading it and doing our week-by-week episodes, I felt like we'd been doing it a lot longer, but then when I went kind of back and like knowing what was in the arc and then just saw like what chapter we started on and what chapter we ended on, I think chapter 27 is the start of this arc, I think, or something like that. Dread Captain Usopp. Starting chapter.
I would say that it starts on chapter 23. 23, yep. I'm looking through my notes.
Oh, which one? What's 23? Is that
the Dread Captain Usopp? Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. No, I just had the wrong number. I had the right title, wrong number.
Right.
23, and then we make it all the way to 41, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're right, and that's why you said almost 20. You know, good math there. Good work.
Fast math.
No, and so it felt longer. Like if you would have said, "Oh, like it was just 17 chapters," I would have been like, "It's you know what? That number actually now sounds right." But I guess I was surprised with how quickly I was able to flip through it and like get all the beats and remember it, and then feel like it was a contained story in a way that I was like, "Oh, that's actually not too much happened." You know, like I mean, what do we have? We see this new village. We meet this new character. We kind of establish what everyone's about. Clawhador betrays, tries to enact his plan fails, and now we're here, right? It's just like, I was like, well, it's interesting, I guess, the way after experiencing an arc, your mind can wrap itself around it, and, I was able to flip through it and, like, basically know what was happening and feel like the arc wasn't as big or epic as it felt when we were on the, reading of the arc itself. So I just thought that was an interesting phenomenon there.
Yeah, and it's, I was thinking about it, this arc takes place in, like, 24 hours.
That too, yeah.
Yeah, right? Like, it happens in the morning. Like, they show up in the morning. Everybody shows up in the morning, or shows up at least by the afternoon. They have, the crescent moon. There was definitely an episode about the moon, which makes sense because it happens at night, and that's when poor Mary gets betrayed by his lover. And then we get straight into the morning of the battle, Like, it all happens in the span of, like, maybe 24 hours.
Yeah. No, it's that's interesting too. So yeah, like there's lots of different variations of time. It's like the time in which we take to read the chapters and make the podcast, right? There's a real time inside of One Piece, and then there's kind of like once it's in my head and you know about a story, like the ability to kind of flip that story in your head is also very fast.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's I'm just curious for you, did this arc feel long? Like as reading, because I mean, you've already encountered it before, so I don't know if that would have like maybe since you knew where it was going to end, you kind of had a feel for how long it took to get there. Maybe it didn't feel as epic in scope as it did for me when I was on the journey.
I think what it felt like I think it was better. I think it was the perfect length actually. To me, this is a very tight arc that he did very early in his career. I think by this point, because we finished around 41 chapters. Yeah. 41 chapters, right? I feel like he's gotten so good at it, and like this is such a good self-contained. I think everything kind of pays off that he set up. The Les Mis of it all, really, right? You know what I mean? Like all the players were able to participate at the end of this story, throughout this story. Like Mary gets a payoff. Like why does Mary get to be the designer of the Luffy pirate hat? I mean, ship, right?
I know. I feel like Mary is such a character I wrote off.
Right? Yeah.
Because we've had funny looking background characters before, right? So you don't necessarily expect like this one's gonna stick around, but like this one stuck around in a big way, like imprinted on the masthead of the ship itself.
Yeah, hilarious and fantastic. So yeah, I think this was like a perfect length, epic in scale. I think because we took it at the pace we took it, right? Which is about a chapter or two a week sort of deal. It made me feel like I was really enjoying it, really got to digest it, and I thought about this arc a lot more than I did in the past. Because I think, like I was telling throughout the episodes, throughout our podcast when we were going through this arc, I've said a few times, like, I kind of just went through this arc, right? Gotcha. I didn't really sit down and absorb what it was trying to say. And now that you and I, especially when we came to the theme of lies and talking about lies and where the lies are coming from and every permutation of that term lie and how it affects people, it makes me appreciate this arc so much better or so much more.
No, and it's funny. The one thing that I focused a lot on my flip through is just at the very early stages, paying attention to Clawhador.
Yeah.
And just seeing the way, and what the thing that's really interesting on a, I guess on a more tour guide style read when you already know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Is to pay attention to how he deals with Usopp. Like initially, it makes sense that he is trying to show this derision for pirates. But that's essentially like what he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he is living a lie, yelling at a pirate who's, lying about things. It's such a interesting thing to see. Man.
And it also, like, now it's kind of like that weird thing where he hates that part of himself too, right? Like he hates being a pirate. So like Usopp specifically irks him a lot more than that he probably wants to let on, right? As a guy who's very cold and calculating, Usopp, irks him.
It's like he says lines as well of like, I just don't get it, Kaya, how you can like that dirty son of a pirate, right?
Yeah.
And it's like what we know is what we can kind of see is like, well, we know why now you're so triggered by the fact that this is a pirate. Because you were, and you don't like it,
Yeah, you didn't like the financial stability that came with pirating, apparently, right? Like, that's his sole purpose of hating all of that stuff was like, what's the reason of getting renowned? Well, he never wanted to be a pirate, like Luffy calls him out, right? Whereas Usopp is more in the Luffy camp of like, be brave. Like, being a pirate is like being brave and living as free as you can, living as free to your purpose.
You did. I did want to point out another thing you mentioned about back in the day when you were a tourist reading these for the first time, right? Give us a feel for, like, you said, I just went through this arc, right? Are we talking like you probably read this arc in a day, or is this like 2 days? And was this part like
I probably, this would have been, because back in the day, by this point, the anime would have been putting a few chapters into episode, right? So I probably could have watched this whole arc, I have to say, in like a day, because I think it probably was only it probably was only like what this total starts at 23, ends at 41. 18?
At least, something like that.
Yeah, like 18. Yeah, 18 chapters, dude. That could have been easily 9 episodes.
No, well, the interesting thing to get at is your first encounter, I didn't realize with One Piece, was the anime.
Yeah, I watched the anime specifically.
Okay.
Because I wasn't really...
And then, so...
I didn't really jump into
so we got this feeling for...
until a while, until a little bit later.
No, okay. So in that case, it's interesting. So, like, it could have been 9 episodes, which, I actually feel like maybe in the television, anime format, it would be actually a little harder to blow through the whole arc. You know what I mean? But I do feel like if you just have the manga in your hands in a volume form, and you're just like, I'm just reading, like it's possible you could actually just blow through this like in an hour, or like 2. And I was curious, when you did start reading the manga, were you reading at a pace more like that?
That would have been
multiple chapters.
I probably would have done like all of this. I probably would have been all the way through. I would have started for Romance Dawn and probably ended here in a day if I was gonna do it. Yeah, because that's like 40 chapters.
I would have been more like, I think I would have been like a volume a day. Is probably what I would be pacing myself at a little bit.
A volume a day.
But no, that's interesting.
Yeah, a volume a day is a good amount too, because a volume has to be at least what is it, 10 chapters?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Because we got these are, because I think the volume 4 starts at chapter like 40 or something.
Yeah, dude. So
27. Cool. Oh yeah, a little bit less than that. But no, that's cool to know. I just was it's interesting to see the different consumption habits.
All right, so we're at the point now where I have to just kind of ask you, in comparison with the Usopp arc compared to the other arcs, where do you have a ranking of arcs? Oh, there we go. I did it. I put another anime title into our anime manga podcast. So let me see. I'll name them out to you. We have the first one from the beginning to the end, Romance Dawn.
All right.
And then afterwards, I'm going to put Kobe and Zolo together. And then Buggy the Pirate. And now we just finished with the Usopp arc. So we're 4 arcs in.
Oh, okay. Interesting. It's going to be, I think the ranking's going to be a little tough.
Okay.
But I think, this is my favorite. Which one includes Gaiman?
Gaiman? I would say Gaiman's the top of this. Top of this.
Oh. I think it's a toss-up between Zoro and Kobe. So that, which would also include Captain Morgan, right? As our villain over there. As
our villain of choice for per arc.
And this arc with Usopp. So let's go with... Ooh. I think I'll put this one first. I'm going to say first is Usopp arc. Mm-hmm. Second is Zoro Kobe arc.
Okay.
Third Romance Dawn. Fourth Buggy. I don't know.
Those all feel...
what this probably means, and what everyone can tell, is they're quite close. I think I didn't feel like Romance Dawn. I think my instinct there was actually to say third place Buggy, fourth place Romance Dawn.
Right.
But I feel like
the disrespect by my friend.
No. It feels like Romance Dawn needs to be higher. Is kind of what I'm getting internally, because it's the introduction to Luffy, and we got little Luffy. We get to see him, but I think I still stand by. I think I enjoy once we have our character to see him interacting. Then I did the origin story. Mm-hmm. Which is interesting, because I mean, a lot of times origin stories are like really cool and like that's like very memorable, but I feel like origin story of Luffy is maybe it's a bit fast. Maybe it's just like, I ate a gum fruit, I want to be a pirate. There's not a lot of depth initially to that origin story. It's almost the lack of depth is what's going to be used for depth later. Yeah. Like the fact that Luffy is such a one-dimensional character is what makes these other arcs interesting.
Right.
But it does, I think, make for a less interesting introductory arc.
That actually...
That's my weird take on it.
This actually brings up another good point, but before I move on to that point, I do want to say, awesome. I applaud your ranking of arcs so far. It might be because it's just really fresh in your mind, but I'm excited to see the next time we do Shore Leave how the arcs kind of stack up then. And then what I'm really excited about is that by the time we get to like chapter 600, we have like so many arcs that you have to rank. So this one segment, this one segment has to end up being maybe pre-written, right? Beforehand.
It could be pre-written, and then what we can do is we can just like I can say, hey, we don't actually have to say every single order. We can just say the words that have changed, right? It'd be like, Romance Dawn went up 2 arcs, in the lineup,
or we
Usopp fell 5. Sorry, don't know why, but Usopp's down this month.
It makes me go, because this is a really popular thing on YouTube now. I'm excited to see us switch from listing as rankings to tier lists. We start putting them into tier lists. All right, like this is
we need more. Right now we don't have
these are the A-class arcs, right? And that way you don't really have to rank them anymore. You just toss them up there.
It's like a statistics trick, right? Like I don't really want to rank things. I can just bundle them and then move those around.
Right, bundle it up. That's how you end up with ESPN plus Disney plus all in Hulu.
That's right. What a strange media
Who would have
landscape we
thunk
have.
it? So another thing I kind of want to chat with you about is the idea of like who is changing in these arcs, right? Because typically through a TV show, through a movie, the main character has like a character arc, and they are changing.
Yeah.
Do you think that's happening here with Luffy as our protagonist through these arcs?
Gut instinct, total no, right?
Right? Yeah. Okay.
And I'd have to really search deep to think of like how is Luffy changing. Like I think if I wanted to make a case for it, I would say something along the lines of Luffy. I think the important thing that Luffy is seeing is how his mindset interacts with the world.
Yeah.
So like that, it's hard to say that that's a change because I don't think he's actually changed his mindset much.
Yeah.
But he now has the experience of how his mindset works against other people.
Yeah.
And so that's like a knowledge gain more so than like the character himself. I used to think that all bad guys were evil and need to be punished, and now I think like, oh, there's emotional sympathy for him, and I understand that. No, I'm not getting that from Luffy.
Yeah,
all your characters. I think it's more. If anything, I feel like one of the biggest. We sometimes see changes in other characters more so.
Yeah,
like we have our Kobe and our Usopp.
Yeah,
our Kobe and our Usopp are kind of like the ones that are coming front to mind as like these. Like I actually don't think Zoro or Nami. No, Nami a little bit.
Yeah, I think
that's kind of what's going on in my brain there.
No, I think you have it right. I think the really unique thing that makes One Piece a lot of fun, especially for like storytelling nerds or like media. I don't know, what would you call us? Like cinephiles and TV lovers, story lovers.
Story lovers is good. Yeah, you're right. Just kind of, I think we like. To be honest, we like dissecting and analyzing media, and I know there's probably a better like general term for those sorts of people, but like
over analytical nerds. Yes, all of that stuff. Over analytical nerds. OAAN. Owns.
Let's work on that. Own.
We are owns. Essentially, what I think is really unique about One Piece is that Luffy doesn't change very much, but he changes everybody the moment they meet him. Like, almost everybody. Yeah. You can even argue villains, too. Like, the moment the villains meet him, well, he's gonna beat you. Like, your philosophy, your life has changed. Captain Morgan's life was definitely one way, and then Luffy shows up, and now it's not that anymore.
Well, the thing is, did Captain Morgan change? I know his life changed, and I don't feel like the villains themselves changed a bunch.
Right. Their situations definitely changed.
No, the situation changed, and ultimately what would be interesting to see is how much of the changes Luffy causes on the world around him do we see reflected in the future? You know what I mean? Like, we already got a little bit of this, right, with the history of Captain Morgan, which we kind of saw, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're just, this is saying, like, this is a props. This is my, like, I would say, this is giving me encouragement that this will happen, that we will see characters from one arc or from one part of time in Luffy's life showing up elsewhere.
Yeah.
And that does lead for a lot of like, well, okay, maybe Luffy doesn't cause the, evil Captain Kuru's like mindset to change, but he's affected his life in such a dramatic way that if we do see Captain Kuru again, we would expect there to be some change in like that, who he is now. And that's maybe where the those more character changes come through.
Yeah, so those are the villains, but then, like you were saying before, the actual, like, quote-unquote good guys, the white hats in the stories, like, those guys change significantly, right? We're looking at Kobe. Kobe is a huge change from where he was with Alvida, with Iron Mace Alvida. Remember that? You remember that, Bibby?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then...
Easy Boss.
Yeah, Easy Boss, yeah. A lot of these guys have been easy bosses for the time being.
Captain Kuru feels like a little bit of a tough boss. Buggy, I mean, you know what? This is where the tiers come in, okay?
Yeah, Buggy, we'll have to tier the
Kuru's in a top tier, Buggy's below, and then like Alvida's way low. I don't know.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do. Maybe not just ranking arcs. I'm gonna start making you rank just random things.
Oh my goodness. This is going to be the statistical podcast where my mind dumps out information for all of us to look at and gaze upon.
That feels more tour guide Eric vibes anyways.
We can print out some villain cards with stats on them based off Jacob's opinions.
You know, we're not going to have to do that very soon. Once that One Piece card game comes out, they're going to all come with stats.
We can see if they have like the proper intelligence values that I think they should have. Kuro's got to be high. He's got to have a big intelligence score.
I don't know if it's going to go that in depth, but it'd be funny. We can probably start assigning. We'll overly analyze that too.
What we can do is we can, you know, it depends on how good the gameplay is. If the gameplay isn't great, we can still use the cards to make different gameplay.
Oh, yes. This is fair. Cool. Yeah. I mean, so you mentioned Nami, and I think Nami is a good point of someone who's changing. Because I think Nami is continually... Because she starts off thinking one way about pirates, and I think Luffy... And Oda's at least making it a point that Nami's noticing that that Luffy's doing things differently. Which I think is worth pointing out. Will that pay off in the long run? You know, only time will tell. I live in the future. I'm from the future, so I know things that you don't know, dear tourist. But...
Not fair.
For you, I'm glad that you kind of exist in this plane where you kind of said the really cool thing. Like, are these changes that he's doing, will that be reflected throughout the rest of the story, right? We'll have to see. But I just wanted to kind of chat about that for, like, a quick moment of, like, he does change the people around him. Everybody involved in the Usopp arc, like, is changing for the positive. Like, Kai, that's just good storytelling in general, right? Oda's taking it from, if your main character doesn't change, then let me try to make up with that with everybody around him changing. Which is kind of...
It's like, whoops, I missed my homework assignment. I better go fix this somehow.
Yeah, it can feel that way for sure, but also I think if we kind of look at that as a giant theme of One Piece.
Oh, yeah. Like, no. I actually think it's definitely by design. You know,
right.
Like Luffy being a static character at the moment is a pretty... It's a interesting choice, and then you have to somehow feel like you're on a journey, right? And so it's going to have to come from somewhere else. Well, there we go. We got side characters.
Right. You know, and I think that's really cool. And it kind of brings the whole themes of this one man making all these changes, right? A man who dared to go against the grain is kind of like how influential that could be on the populace, you know? Like, viva la revolution, dude. Like, revolution. Like, it's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Viva la revolution.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Okay, so... is there anything you kind of wanted to chat a bit about the arc so far, or overall experience of the arcs? How are you feeling? Let's talk about you. How are you feeling 41 chapters into this journey, into this tour?
I just, I think somewhere I just got into my stride. I feel comfortable on the tour now. I think that if you had to look at the arc of Jacob, it was... Yeah. A discomfort towards the beginning, I'm not unsure if I liked the static character, if I was sure if the art style and the themes that it was heading towards were going to work for me. And then it got to a point where I was less worried about that and more digging into just how cool the attention to detail was and getting used to how this world works. And then I feel like maybe this was the first arc where I could just kind of feel it all and not be so concerned about my own thoughts about One Piece overall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like kind of like when you see a musical or something, and like your first musical, and you're just like, I really love that. But it's like, well, it's my first musical, right? Do I like musicals? I don't know. Like, I've only seen one. And then you see a couple, and then you have like a little more opinions about them, and then you forget that like you don't have to think about the fact you're seeing a musical anymore because you're now a person who sees musical. I'm now a person who reads One Piece, and now I can just enjoy a One Piece arc. So that's like an interesting way to phrase my journey through One Piece so far.
Yeah, and like I know I'm just asking Jacob because Jacob is the title character of this podcast, the Grandline Tourist.
Indeed.
But to all my tourists and tour guides out there, feel free to jump in for these shore leaves. You can do so by emailing in at grandlinetourist@gmail.com. Let us know how you're feeling.
Yeah, if my mom ever catches up, I know she's like 20 chapters behind, but in a year when we get a message from her, she can tell us how she feels at this point.
Right? Yeah, just let us know how you feel. Maybe let us know what your favorite arc is so far that we've gone through, the 4 arcs, and everything. Yeah, we just want to hear your opinions. This would be a fun... The moment we start getting... Because I know we have a few people who write in already. Maybe this is just a last encouragement to... You can always add fun stuff to the shore leave, even though we're past the shore. So even as we continue our tour, we can always go back and talk about things that we discuss here. So, and we'll have some fun and all that good stuff. Okay. I have 2 more things that I do want to do with you for the short leave, but the 4th one, and this one's going to be short because I kind of want to pay off ourselves talking about some Ichiro Oda payoffs. We need to pay off these tinfoil hats. And I want to make a promise at this point.
Shameful tinfoil hats.
I need to make a promise to the listeners, to my dear tourist, Jacob here. Well, each episode now, as you can see here, I'm going to start taking notes. I'm going to start noting it because I'm re-listening to our podcast. I'm realizing how often you do these things, and we have no sort of punishment or no sort of responsibility.
How much rum do I get if I get it right? Then I'll start. My predictions will get better.
Right. I have this.
I'm a grog-driven man.
I just need to make sure that we keep you accountable to your outlandish or right on the nose, like tinfoil times, right? So I've been listening to some of our podcasts so at the beginning of this arc. So I have a few that I kind of want to bring up to you and just kind of see what your opinions are of it now.
I can remember some of them. They're going to be bad.
Yeah, okay. The very first one, which
I'm worried about one particularly involving Nami.
Interesting.
Which I'll bring up if
I might not actually. Yeah, I might not actually touch on it. So we're gonna go, and I think I know which one you're talking about. Actually, now that you brought it up, we're gonna go to the very first one. Was I asked you at the beginning of the arc? They are mentioning two very specific things that they needed: a new boat and more people.
Yeah.
Do you remember what your prediction was?
Oh, about what was going to happen?
It's a very
new people. But this is just. I feel like they're going to get those from the village. Was I able to make such a lame prediction as that?
No.
Or is it more specific?
Even lamer?
Specific.
Your prediction.
Even lamer.
Your prediction was on during this Usopp arc, they're only going to get one thing: either a boat or a new person.
Oh. Well, no, I feel like that's a great prediction, but it was wrong, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We got
how great was it?
And we got a boat.
You know what? It is a great prediction because you are right. You chose kind of the safe route. And then in this arc, they get both.
Well, maybe I thought it was a safe route. I just, it's interesting. I don't have what you have as a tour guide, which is a mental awareness for how big a crew gets. Like, is Luffy going to be the leader of a 75-man armada? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or are we looking at no, at some point this caps out. He has 12 people. Occasionally one leaves and one comes on. There's one large ship. It's the Merry Go. Yeah. So I'm like, without that conception, I thought maybe we need to slow down our ability to get new stuff. I think that was a little bit when I went into that prediction, and I was wrong. He's willing to give Luffy what he needs. Give him a boat.
And then I think much like Quentin Tarantino, Luffy has a number that he's aiming for. But instead of movies that he's making, he's looking for a number of crewmates. Yeah, that makes sense. That metaphor works.
Yeah, well, see, I don't know what that number is, though. Is it the perfect 10? Luffy feels like a person that would be... We're going to make a tinfoil hat prediction during our tinfoil time.
Yes.
Luffy's number is 10. Prediction. Write it down.
Okay, what is it?
10. Luffy wants 10.
Okay.
10... Luffy is going to be driven by the classic human desire to have numbers that just feel right. And 10 is a number that feels right. We've gained, we got, what do we have? Hopefully we're not that close yet, right? We still got at least 5, right? So we have Luffy, Nami, Usopp, and Zoro. That's 4, right? We got 4. So we got 6 more. That's plenty. Plenty.
I love it. Okay. Awesome.
Oh, no.
I have it written down now.
He's probably got some stupid big number.
Now it's in. Now it is in. Okay, the next one was, and this is the one you're probably talking about. You thought that Nami and Kaya looked the same. So you thought they were related in some sort of...
Oh, yeah. No, the prediction was that somehow they were related. And it was specifically, I was like, it was largely driven by Nami said, you know what, we're not going to get a boat here. Let's not even go to that mansion. And I was like, ooh, Nami really doesn't want to go to that mansion. The mansion where someone is there that happens to kind of look like her. And then I was like, maybe. And I think maybe we even had somebody write in who mentioned that this is a particularly convoluted arc or something. Yeah. And so I was like, ooh, that would be quite convoluted.
And so you added automatically blood sisters in your mind.
Yeah. And it
estranged blood sisters.
It didn't pan out at all. Not even a mere mention. However, I'd like to keep that one on the table. As a...
What do you mean?
We haven't had a confident denial that that's true. Hasn't been. There's been no blood tests that have occurred that have said that Nami isn't related to Kaya.
Oh, that's what you want to keep on. Okay, should I write it down?
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is I think I'm clear saying I am wrong as of now.
Okay.
maybe it'll get unwritten, but that's not really a new prediction. That's just if any of my predictions that appear obviously wrong wind up being true, I want to make sure we catch it, which we'll catch. If that came true, we wouldn't forget it.
I'm gonna log it. You want me to log? I'm gonna log that you still think.
No. It's not a log because I don't think that anymore. I don't think it's going to happen. But if it did, I want the credit for it.
Okay, fair. All right, I have.
It doesn't need to be in the list. This can be because if it does happen, Eric, me and you are not going to not remember. Okay, if all of a sudden Nami and Kaya are sisters in some future arc, we're going to be like, holy moly! I thought. Eric, step down. Jacob is both tourist and tour guide now. You thought you could see into the future. Well, I am the true seer of all. So,
all right.
There we go.
Okay, so I only got through maybe the first few chapters of our arc via podcast, but I think the big one that we have to talk about and we have to bring up. I'm sure there's a number one. I'm sure there's a number of other tinfoil. This is a
re-repeated arc. This is this is the one that I'm pretty sure I just kept diving into.
Yes, but I want to talk about one specific version of this tinfoil that you brought that I think tickled me the best way, which is that you thought that Koro was gonna turn around because he was too into his role as a butler.
Yeah,
that was your prediction.
I thought it was such a fun story idea.
Yeah, you thought that he was in too deep, that he was that double agent. He was a double agent that really. Like you had to pull him out, right? Like he was lost in his journey, in his job.
And it was, it's wrong, right? Like he was committed to his role, and he was, ready to get what he wanted out of it. I feel like Oda would have liked my story idea as well, but I think Oda decided that this character is kind of like this pure obsessive evil, like because. Our ideas share a lot in common. Like, the idea that Kuro doesn't want to be a pirate anymore is kind of similar to my idea of somebody going in deep in order to, like, attempt to do some dastardly plan, only to realize, like, crap, I enjoy the role I'm playing now more than, my plan, and then that's, like, a different way of realizing he doesn't want to be a pirate anymore, right?
Yeah.
But... they are in execution. They read quite differently, and this is the pure evil of Clawhador. Now again, that prediction is completely wrong. I do wonder if Clawhador, like if we have our bad guys of these arcs show up later, if he will. Are we ever going to see an enemy redeemed? I'm not sure.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Oh, do you want to make it, dear friend? Do you want to dust off that
I wouldn't pick particularly Clawhador. Like, I think if anything, I'd probably be a little bit more towards Buggy.
Okay.
I like, if a character was going to re-show up and in a way that, like, is going to interact with Luffy, and in this case, I'll just say, I don't think Buggy is going to stay evil. That's, like, you can make that a prediction.
Oh, should I log it?
Log it.
Buggy
is not... Buggy is not going to remain evil. And I shouldn't just. I can just keep making predictions all day, but like we'll stop it with there. But like I'm picturing unchibified Buggy is going to reappear in Luffy's life. I'm not just spitting these out randomly. The reason it's Buggy is Buggy has a connection to who, Eric?
I know the answer. Are you talking about Shanks?
Yeah, to Shanks.
Yeah,
and so that's a big deal. Luffy has a huge connection to Shanks, and so that just can't be. It's gonna come back. That's what I'm thinking. We need Chibi Buggy to escape, and we're already seeing Chibi Buggy's adventures. So
he's gonna get. He's very close to being eaten by that bird.
And I don't know. This is a good time because we brought up Chibi Buggy, and we had talked about and seen your Chibi Buggy attached to previous podcast episodes. You did send me at the start of the shore leave today because you had some time. You're just tour guide on the shore, just can do whatever he wants now. You sent me a chibified little Luffy.
It's you and I were talking a little bit off mic about this, but I thought like let's save it for the podcast because I think this is really good. My chibi Luffy doesn't look like Luffy, and it makes me realize how difficult this job is, drawing and being an artist. I mean, I've already knew that, but like the actual act of drawing it opened my mind to something different about like the qualities of making him specific. Jacob, you kind of said it the best way. What were you saying earlier about this drawing that made you go, "This isn't Luffy"? Like,
Yeah. Oh, I think if I don't have the exact line, we'll have to see. But I remember saying like for some reason, like it has the elements of Luffy. Like if I had to say that this was a character from One Piece, I'm gonna pick Luffy. Just to let everyone out there know, I described it as this is a Animal Crossing Luffy, but Chibi style. But like in particular, I'm really feeling Animal Crossing for some reason with this particular drawing. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't seem like iconic. He doesn't have this like whatever the pieces assembled together. They're not giving me that like, oh, I can look at a moment's notice and see that it's Luffy. Yeah, I don't know if I phrased it any better before, but
this definitely feels more like someone like a chibi character cosplaying as Luffy as opposed to Luffy in chibi form, right? And I think what it is because I have all the surface level things that make a character Luffy, which is his vest, his 6-pack, his hat, obviously, and then his shorts, right? Like those are the things that I have that are kind of on there.
No, where's the sandals, Eric? Where are the sandals?
I don't know how to draw. I can't draw these things, hands and feet. I don't know how to do that.
Eric was holding his like hand up to my camera and just like pretending to squeeze something, and I'm like,
yes, I can't
hands
draw these.
Hands,
yes.
feet.
I can't draw these fingers.
That's what those are called.
Type things. But I think the big thing that I'm missing is that I don't have his face right. His face is weird.
No, you're right. It's just like there is certain elements that become to be iconic, and it's just looking at the volume 4, 5, and 6 I have in front of me, just like the eyes of Luffy versus the eyes of Usopp, they contain completely different emotions, and like they carry themselves in a different way. And you are on your journey to becoming a master manga artist who can do such things. And as of now,
I know we're going to hold Jacob accountable to these things, but my accountability is that I'm going to try to do different chibi versions of these guys, of our characters.
Yeah.
See if I can pull it off, man. Because I'm not the only one who has I'm not the first person to make fan art of One Piece, I'm sure. So
no. And then when the card game ultimately gets delayed by another year, and me and you are fed up with it, we can use your TB drawings and we can play something. We can make our own.
We'll make our own card game. Yeah. Cool. We're gonna go to the grand finale of this short leave now, which is I always love when they do this to other podcasts, and I really want to do it. We're gonna do a game. I have a guessing game for you. And this is a Guess Who game. And the way this game is going to work is that I have a list of, I think I have 6 characters here. I have a name of 6 characters that you would have to guess. I'm going to give you different hints. So let me just kind of read down the breakdown of this game, which is that each character is worth 5 points. All right? And I have 6 hints to give you. So the first hint is for free. And if you get the character in the first hint, right, 1 guess per hint, then you will get all 5 points, right?
Got it. And then it goes down to 0.
But it goes down to 0 the more hints I give you.
Got it.
Cool. So, for example,
what if I get it without any hints?
No.
Can I have 6 points for that? Okay.
Okay. I mean, yeah. If you're just gonna
no, it's stupid. I would just be guessing a random character.
Right. No, I don't like it. I take it back. I don't like the rule. So
that would be like if I actually had an ability to read you and be like, if I was that good at like human emotions and could read somebody and be like, oh, Eric, he just picked a Luffy.
You know what?
Luffy. But I can't.
In the next shore leave, we should do it. We'll call it because I don't know if you know about the 3-point contest in the NBA during the All Stars. It's a 3-point contest.
I don't know how it works. I mean, I know what 3 points are.
Right,
but...
yeah. So they just shoot a number thing, but they have a money ball at the end that's worth like double the value. Right? Yeah. So they have a money ball at the end, and then at the end they have a whole rack. So we'll have to add some sort of money ball mechanic to this game.
Wait, do more people miss the money ball because there's more pressure?
No, I think more people land it because they tend to keep it at the end. There's always a money ball at the end of the rack.
Oh,
yeah. So they shoot it at different parts of the 3-point line, right? They have 5 racks of 6 balls. I think the 6 balls always a money ball. But here's the kicker.
Got it.
The very last one, which is the furthest you can be, the side angle, right? When you're looking at the corner, the last rack is your money ball rack. It's all money balls.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And I don't know if the meta is that you can decide where you put your money ball rack. Like maybe you want it wherever you're the most comfortable shooting. But it's cool. Yeah. So we'll add some sort of money ball rack to this. A money ball thing.
No, I'm not bad at basketball. I can swish a 3-pointer every now and then.
All right. So, out of 6 characters, 5 points each. I think let's say if you get 25 out of the 30 possible points, right? Am I doing my math right?
Okay.
I think I am. Yeah. If you get 25 out of the, I think I will give you a reward somehow.
So what has been promised to me is Eric thinks he'll give me a reward. Whoa, I'm so excited, Eric. Maybe I got you. I'm excited.
You should be excited.
I should be excited.
I think
okay.
it'd be.
I feel like you've set this up well because now, as soon as there's a little bit of pressure, as soon as there's something possible to win, I'm just gonna make mistakes.
You know what it is? This is what I promise. I promise you a very one piece of One Piece merchandise. Because there is plenty. There are plenty of One Piece merchandise all around.
And at some point, we got to think about this because this will be pretty cool. We can also promise maybe one piece of chibi artwork drawn by Eric to one particular tourist or tour guide that listens to the podcast for some other reward in the future. That would be fun. Because easy to send out. They're not expensive. They feel really cool and handcrafted. Like it's something we could potentially do.
All right. Stickers is what I'm promising. I don't know.
We'll figure out a reason to give you guys stuff. But dude, it's easy to send in the mail.
I definitely. I think we do need to figure out a way to reward folks who write in because I think we have just to kind of incentivize you guys more to write in. But I would love to give stuff out too because
our vocal performances of mastery of what they've written down is not enough for them.
No.
Okay.
No.
Fine,
never.
Fine. We'll up our game.
It is. But we also need to just thank them, Being gracious and thankful is perfect. Let's get into this game. I have a quick example of the type of hints that are going to happen. The hints are going to get more and more descriptive, obviously, as they go down. So, if the person was Eric, the tour guide, hint number 1, the one that you get for free would have been, this is a person.
Oh, gotcha.
All right.
Got it. No, I see what you're doing.
And then the final hint would have been, he is a semester.
Well, so it's not the dog. It's not.
Yes, right?
But that's not that you now need to know this necessarily, but these are all arc specific, right?
You'll find out.
No, you don't have to answer if you don't want to.
It's all. No, I feel like that's fair. I should tell you, it's all what we've read so far. So you've seen this person. You've seen these characters.
No.
And then,
we might have some remembering name problems.
Yes. To finish out the example, the last final hint would have been, if it was me, he is a semester away from being a maritime lawyer, which is true.
Oh,
just a semester.
It's Eric.
A semester. All right. Shall we get into the first one?
Yes.
Are you ready? 5 possible points.
I'm ready.
Right here. The Guess Who game, right? Because I want to take notes on the side here. Guess Who game out of 30 points. All right, here we go. Person 1. Okay. Your first clue is this character is featured in the One Piece story.
Oh, and wait, is this my free clue or is this my actual?
This is your free clue.
Pay cost? Okay, it's my free clue. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll take it. Wait, do I get it? Should I? And I get one guess. Oh, man, this is kind of what I wanted, to be honest. This is clearly Butchie.
You said Butchie? Oh, that's
Butchie.
a good choice, but it's not Butchie.
Dang.
All right. Hit number 2.
If I forget it, you can't give it to me. Because, you know what? Okay, if I do get it on the first one, try to hold your composure because then you can at least ask me the next one. Then you can tell me that I got it on the first one, but at least so we can hear your clues.
Oh, that's fun. Okay. Oh, you're right. We're building this segment as we go. We're freeform like that.
Yes.
All right. Hit number 2 for person number 1. This character could not beat Luffy in an arm wrestling match.
In an arm wrestling match? Oh, this feels at this point, this character could not beat Luffy in an arm wrestling match.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I feel like Romance Dawn, we had some arm wrestling with him and some pirates. It's just, there's scenes where Luffy's eating, and I feel like there's arm wrestling going on. But I feel like Zoro should have been able to beat Luffy if it was like Zoro. Who wouldn't have been able to beat Luffy in an arm wrestling match? Do I get one guess per, or do I need to decide my guess?
Oh, it's up to you. I mean, you do get one guess per, I think.
One guess per.
Yeah. So it doesn't hurt you to guess.
Zoro so much. Yeah, no, I don't know. This person couldn't beat Luffy in an arm wrestling match?
Could not beat Luffy in a
I feel like I got it, but I don't know why. I can't remember why they're arm wrestling. Is it Kobe?
Wow, it is Kobe.
No. I have the scene in my head. I just can't remember why they did this. I don't remember why would they be arm wrestling. I just know they were, but oh, you thought your clues are gonna be hard? You got the wrong tourist, my friend.
Okay, person number 1, you got 4 points out of because you only paid for one additional hit.
Oh wait, I didn't get any additional hints, right? Or like,
you're
was
right.
the first one free?
You're right. This one's
I
5.
get full 5 points.
This one's 5. Yeah.
Wait, and just do you want to just for fun? I mean, feel free to. You want to share the rest of your clues?
Yes.
See how they got easier as it went down.
The other one is this character is a boy.
Okay.
He has a tendency to be submissive, and then he has aspirations of being lawful. Oh. Yeah, and then the final hint was he was Luffy's first friend of the journey.
Oh, okay. I have to admit, I don't know. I feel like the first clue might have actually been
Too much?
No, it wasn't. No, not too much. It just they didn't actually. I think you kept the clues there. They didn't. I didn't think they led to. It didn't ultimately be super obvious even by the end. Like it's not like so obvious that like he has glasses and he worked under Alvida wasn't your last clue. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I figured.
Yeah.
By the time
So which is kind of fun. I like it. No. Boom. One 3 points squished.
That is 5. Wow. 2 hints, dude. Okay.
Give me that money ball.
Dude, yeah. I think I get it. I get what you're saying now. The money ball could definitely be after hit 1, right? Like we could do something there. We'll figure it out. Okay. The second person. All right. The first hint is this character has a dream.
Ooh, this character has a dream.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. This is a very cool clue because it could be like this character has a dream in the One Piece story at some point. I don't actually know if we have any characters that actually had a real like legit dream. I think we only had flashbacks. So I don't think taking the clue that way is going to help me here. I don't think there was a literal dream or someone where it was dreaming because that's how I would totally want to write this clue if I was you. But besides that, this character has a dream. I feel like Luffy kind of has a dream to like, become king of the pirates, But is there some other sequence where someone says, I have a dream, like a little bit more legitimately? I think that's probably where you're getting at. I don't think that could be Luffy, but I feel like there's another character that did that anymore. But I'm going to stick with my initial gut instinct and say it's Luffy.
It is not Luffy.
I knew it. Right. Why did I even waste my guess?
Your second free, I guess you get 2 free hints, huh? Based off of what it's doing. So, this next hint.
Oh, no. No, it's all good. That was that was your first thing, so I'm down to 4 points.
Oh, okay. Is that how this works? No.
I think the thing we didn't do this time is last time you started it off with by saying it's from the One Piece. Like you could always start with this character's from the One Piece universe, and then I get my free guess. But this makes more sense.
You know what? I actually think we did it right. So I think we're good because I think hit number. Once I give you the third one, that's when we start taking away points.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Okay. Hit number 2. This character's life has been shaped by their dream.
Oh, damn it! I swore on the podcast. I'm usually pretty good about not doing that. Oh no. That clue is basically the first clue. But say it for me one more time.
This character's life has been shaped by their dream.
Luffy has a dream, but he's not Luffy. Yeah, Kobe would almost have been my second guess. He just really satisfyingly wanted to be in the Navy. But we've already done Kobe. Unless you're a trickster, we can't have duplicates. But if you do, I'm going to hate you at the end of this when I get 0. I don't think Zoro has a dream. I don't think Nami has a dream. And so now we're on to like other characters that are not our big ones. I think I'm gonna throw something out.
Okay.
In order to move things along. Why am I even saying this? Gaiman. It's not Gaiman. Tell me it's not Gaiman.
It's Gaiman.
It's Gaiman?
Yes. It is.
Holy moly.
Look at you. You're
I
better
am
than
great at this game.
I need to start making them harder. This is a good like the key word
No, you got to let me know cuz this is a little bit of luck. I definitely felt like I just needed to pick a character that was kind of well known, that wasn't one of the big ones that like but no, I thought it was a throwaway guess actually. What's the dream? The dream is did he actually dream?
Yeah, the treasure chest on top. He wanted those things, right? He wanted the treasure.
Yeah, I guess he phrased it as that's his dream though, I guess. Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. It's a goal. I wrote it that way. But the key word here was that he was shaped by his dream.
Oh my goodness! Oh, now I feel really bad because that's such a good clue.
Yeah. Here are the other hints.
Shaped.
He is bad at navigating. Nami would try to steal him if it wasn't for the hair. He cannot scale vertical spaces, and then the final hint was he's stuck in a box.
All right. So we have that's 4 points for me.
That's 5. You're batting 5 for 5. Yeah.
Wait.
You have yet to go to the. I need to make them a little more sparse.
Wait. I missed the clue though.
No. You the first 2 clues are gonna be free because I start taking away clues. I think once we start going further down.
Okay. No, that's fine.
Is that how it works? I know what to decide.
Wait, because do we want me just to think about it really quick? How many clues do you have? You had 5 clues, right?
I have 6 clues in total for folks.
6 clues in total. If the first one's free, and then we would go. So if I got it on the first one, that would be 5. The second one, that would be 4. Third one would be 3. Fourth one would be 2. The fifth one, that would be 1 point.
And then the final hint 0. Then, if we get all the way down to the bottom, that's nothing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing the maths. We're doing some maths.
Math is hard.
I know.
No, I think it makes sense. However you do it, it makes sense, I think. So I guess I think it should be 1 less though for however further I go. So I think in this case, I should have 4. Give me 4 on that.
4 on that one?
If I get it on the first clue, it's 5. Otherwise, we just go down by 1.
Okay.
And besides, we're never going to get near the bottom, so we don't have to worry about that. So.
Okay. I love it. I love the competitiveness. Okay. Person number 3. We'll speed this up now. Hint number 1 for person number 3 is this character lives by their own rules.
Oh man, all these feel like Luffy. Character who lives by their own rules. Is there a bad guy who lives by their own rules? Not feeling Luffy, so I feel like I gotta go with Nami.
Jacob's on a roll. It is Nami.
Well, I feel like the person who's like, kind of just does her own thing, kind of doesn't worry about everybody else. It's Nami. Yeah. I wouldn't have been able to, I don't know exactly how man, I think this is just a mind meld between me and you. I've got the.
Maybe we should know each other too well. I'm gonna be more and more. I'm gonna be less descriptive as we go on. Some of the other hints are this character has a fearsome mind. She would be the best drinking partner. She has a knack for getting what she wants. She's one of the few characters who can read a map so far. And then the final hint is for 0 points is she's a thief.
Okay. No. So I think I think I'm actually just doing good. Like I actually don't think that clue was that descriptive.
Yeah, I think you're on it.
This is because you've trained me too well as a tour guide. So
all right.
take every point as a like a thank you, Eric. So
yeah, okay. Here we go. We got to keep going. The 4th person is this character is a pirate.
Is a pirate?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think I'm gonna get this one wrong here. Is a pirate. Eric needed to pick a pirate. This character is a pirate. It's good. Oh, I think I got it though. It's Captain Kuru.
It is not.
Oh, because I thought he's kind of Clawdor. You don't think of him as a pirate, but he is a pirate. No. I thought I had it. Okay.
All right.
No, I don't know you as well as I thought.
For 4 points, the next hint is this character is always at the right place at the right time.
Oh, always the right place at the right time. Character is a pirate. I always get Luffy vibes from every single one of these.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is at the right place at the right time. Gonna have to cut it right here, I think, because I don't have an obvious answer. Who would be at the right place at the right time? Is a pirate. Oh, we're gonna just have to go for. I feel like it's a bad guy. I'm gonna go with Captain Buggy.
It is not. Oh, we're getting there.
No.
Okay, I'm feeling it.
Yeah, no, because I didn't really have it. I didn't have a great reason, so I just thought maybe I remember something about the gum fruit that they found together. I was like, was Buggy just having the right place at the right time? I don't think so. Nope.
All right, for 3 points, here's your next clue.
Oh, no.
His weapon of choice is ironic to his name.
Ironic to his name. Oh no. Bucky the Clown, Captain Morgan, Gaiman, Nami. This is probably a side pirate, a pirate of not grand line repute. choice. Oh, no. Well, we're going to throw out a guess here.
Okay.
Butchie.
It is not Butchie. It is not
I know
Butchie.
it's not Butchie.
It's okay. It's okay. Here, we're going to help you out more. For 2 points.
Drag me down.
For 2 possible points in this hit, with all the hints you've had so far. He loves his captain.
He loves his captain. He loves his captain. Loves. That's a strong emotion. And then it makes me think of, like, well, not the captain. So, like, it's got to be a second in command to some extent.
Look at
We
this.
got a Django going on as a possibility.
You're
you're
playing the meta game now.
Oh, no. Other second in commands, almost I'm, like, drawing a blank on. I guess because his weapon of choice, I'm putting him in there. Is it Django?
It is not. It is not. For
I need to know other first mate names.
For 1 point.
The mighty have fallen.
For 1 point, the mighty has fallen. He is named after a vegetable.
Oh, named after a vegetable. So this is really zeroing in on. Oh, wait. Dagnabbit. He is a pirate. He's a pirate. That's a tricky one. That's a tricky one. I'm pretty sure this is Onion.
It is Onion!
Yeah. No. My mind. You know what? Yeah, this is a good one because you got me in the you had a clue that just like basically
derailed
made
you.
it so Onion never occurred in my mind.
Yes,
right?
I had a feeling.
But yeah, no, he's definitely the right place, right time. I should have been able to zero in on Onion from there.
Yeah, and
okay.
a shovel.
Well done.
I don't know if you remember, but his weapon of choice was the shovel. He was the one who had the shovel for the whole fight.
And that's why we had the irony with the fact that he's an onion. He'd be dug up.
Right, as a root, yeah. All right, the final hint was going to be he's going to write the next great East Blue novel. Yeah.
I kind of forgot which one decided to do which.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going. Person number 5. All right?
Okay.
First hint for 5 points. This character is loyal.
A character who is loyal. Oh! 3, 2, 1. Chow Chow!
And he's back on top!
Oh, yeah.
This guy.
All right. What else do we want to learn about Chow Chow, though? I want some more Chow Chow facts.
So the second hit would have been this character is Scrappy. His likeness is used in merchandising. Would have been the third hint.
Wait. So we can get Chow Chow products?
No. I mean in the story, in the canon, in the story, he was on the feed. He's on the bag.
Oh, gotcha. Oh
yeah.
Man, I thought you meant like, oh no, Chow Chow's a popular One Piece. Like if anyone has a One Piece memorabilia, it's of Chow Chow.
I mean that I wouldn't doubt it.
Wouldn't be surprised.
He'll eat your keys if you're not careful.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, his bite is definitely worse than his bark.
Huh.
All right, and then he fought a lion to protect his treasure.
I like it. No, Chow Chow. Very good. But
All
yeah.
Right. The final and last one. The last one of the final person of this game. You ready?
All right.
This character wears a hat.
Oh, no. I mean, there's an obvious choice. Looking at me right now in chibi form, drawn by Eric in a very kind of like slightly disturbing way, got essentially Straw Hat Luffy. But there's other characters that wear hats. Buggy has a hat. Zoro, I wouldn't call it a hat necessarily, but it's a hat thing. Oh, no. I'm not going to do Luffy. So that leaves me with Buggy as a choice. Anyone else? Any weird hat wearers? Maybe like the Shanks wear a hat? Shanks wore a hat. Oh, I'm going with Shanks.
It's Shanks. Wow.
Yes! I knew it. It wasn't Luffy. And it was a direct reference based. I am. Except for the one that I missed. I did really good.
You did. I got to make these stronger. I got to do more onion.
No. I really think I did. I do not think these were particularly easy. I think I might. I think I would have said Chow Chow's was easy. I don't think the others were like technically that obvious, and one of them I got lucky on. Like I didn't actually mind game you. I mind game you on like 2. I got lucky on 1. I failed 1, and then one of them I just kind of did normal. But yeah, Shanks, give me some Shanks facts.
Shanks facts. The rest of it would have been this character has a scar on his face, on their face. Sorry,
Okay.
I didn't start using pronouns yet. Hit number 3 is he will fight to protect his friends.
Very good. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He stole Buggy's dream.
Does Luffy have a scar too?
Luffy does have a scar.
As well as Shanks.
Mm-hmm.
No, because it basically, I mean, it really just sounds like you're describing Luffy.
Right, yeah.
Sorry, what was the last one you said? I think I might have just phased out because
he stole Buggy's dream.
He stole Buggy's dream. Okay.
All right. He is a father figure to Luffy. It would have been for 1 point. That would have been the fifth hint there. And then the final hint was he wants his hat back eventually.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
Good, but not good enough. I think what did I wind up with? Did I get 5, 10?
You're
I got like 21 or something?
You're exactly
25.
Yeah.
Very good. So that was 25 out of 30.
25 out of 30, which is what we kind of said in the beginning, right? So
Yeah.
I owe you one piece of One Piece merchandising somehow.
There we go. I feel like you're going to send me your drawings. And I'm just kidding.
Who knows? Who knows what it's going to be? But that's it. We're gonna, this was, you guys heard us pilot that game, but we're gonna get better at the game. This is our first shore leave. We're gonna get better at relaxing, is what we're trying to do here at the One Piece.
No, it's tough. You think when you're young, it's easy to just like play video games all day or like to do what you want. But at some point, you get a little tired sitting in your chair. You want to mix it up.
Yeah,
we're figuring that out with our shore leave here on the Grand Line Tourist.
Yeah, well, it's time for us to leave our shore leave. Leave the leave.
Indeed.
Leave to the shore.
Leave the leave.
I think it's only fair.
The leaves are coming into leaf. Like something almost being said.
I like that. You know what that is? That's how we're going to end the podcast.
It's a poem by Philip Larkin.
All right.
If you want to look it up. But, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, let's end the podcast being leaves in the wind.